for today's game. Heard it so many times. You've just heard it all over again. It doesn't get any bigger than this. So if you're one of the players, how do you handle the bigness of a game like this?
Well, so many things right there in that question, Jim. One, the players, they're used to being on stage. They love the spotlight shined upon them. They've learned it from high school to college to now to the pros. Where it's come since Super Bowl I. It's hard to believe it's that big. And for the players and coaches out there today, I'll just say this. I promise you, if it's the first time you've been in this game, it's going to live up to everything you ever dreamed about it being.
What's the word from down by the benches? Danielle Bellini has the latest.
Thanks, guys. Super Bowl 50 is a very special milestone for the NFL. Super Bowl I was played back in 1967 at the LA Coliseum. As you recall, the Green Bay Packers beat the Kansas City Chiefs on that day. Big as it is today, guys. That being said, we've got two teams out here who desperately want to make history by winning the Super Bowl tonight to ensure they're the ones that are remembered and that everyone is talking about 50 years from now. Back to you guys.
Danielle, thank you very much. Now we'll go to the field. The Broncos ready to get this action started. The Super Bowl is officially underway. A champion about to be crowned. And the tackle is made right around the 26-yard line. The Carolina Panthers are led onto the field by their leader, quarterback Cam Newton, who led them title just a season ago. Stewart lined up as the single back. Stewart's brought down after picking up only a yard. Here's a look at the offensive unit that needs to get off to a strong start today. Coming up, second down. Looking across the middle. Almost intercepted. He was undrafted coming out of Kansas, but now he's one of the best at his position. Chris Harris Jr.
Yeah, I'm not going to overstate the case for Chris Harris Jr., but I think he's one of the 10 best cover corners in the NFL. He has shown that, and he deserves the money he makes.
Third down on the way. The Panthers will set up. The 36 is the first down line. Strong eye handoff here. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to fourth down.
Well, what do you want the offense to do? If it's third long, there's not many things you can call upon because you're not going to pick it up. So they do the safest thing of all, run the ball.
And it'll be Nortman back to punt. Sanders has got it on the return. And the tackle is made at the 35-yard line. And a run back of about 4 at quarterback. One of the most dominant players to ever play the position, and he's been in the league since 1998, Peyton Manning. Anderson's lined up now as the running back behind the quarterback. And they'll end up losing 4 here.
Got to give the defense some credit on first down. There's so many things the offense can do. They were ready for that play, and they stopped it.
Second down and a long way to go. Airing it out. He has blossomed into a big-time receiver in this game, Emmanuel Sanders.
Well, it's not about just the offense. Oh, the offense gives him those numbers. He has shown wherever he plays, no matter who the coach or the quarterback is, he can get it done.
That last pass incomplete, and it brings up third down. The Broncos will look to get to the 45 to pick up a first down. Manning with the give. Now slashing to the right side, looking for room.
Well, what else do you expect them to do? This situation, all you can do is throw a screen or run the football. Well, they took the safest play of all. Run it. It didn't work, but that's no big deal.
And it'll be Colquitt back to punt. Again from the 18. Brought down at the 32. That return's good for about 14. The Panthers offense coming out now, hoping to get something put together, but this has become a defensive battle so far, Phil, and a busy day for the punters.
Yeah, and it gets frustrating sometimes when you're playing these type of battles as a quarterback or as an offense, so you got to be careful, respect what the defense is doing, and try not to make a big mistake.
The Panthers approach the line, and they're going with their jumbo package. Stewart's got it on the handoff.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the first down play that time by the offense, and now they have a good situation.
Loss of 3 on the play. This will be second down. The Broncos set at the line. Dime package. Handoff to Jonathan Stewart. And this will end up as a 2-yard loss.
The Panthers offensive coordinator, he has to be frustrated by that play. I think he calls the right play. But what happens? The run loses yards. That's just a bad job by the offensive line.
Timeout, charge to the offense.
Timeout offense.
On the way, third down. The Broncos defense now loading up, expecting pass with a dime defense. Olsen's there to catch a ball that had a lot of heat on it. That's his first reception today.
There is nothing like having a great tight end in your offense now. There's so many things you can do with them. Remember, they're in the middle of the field. They can go down the middle. They can go outside. They can go short. They can go across. They can go out. Tough to cover the tight ends in this league now.
He'll throw it over the middle. Marshall's there to take it down.
The slant route made famous by the West Coast offense, something that really I thought came in the league when Bill Walsh started with the 49ers in 1979.
The pass play was good for 5. 2nd and 5 coming up. Throws the pass. Locked in on the football and has hold of it with 2 hands. This should be the last play of the quarter. First down at the 26. Benjamin makes the catch. Von Miller ends the play. Defenses that are shining. We're all tied up. Back after this. So they complete one, and still it's 2nd down. The Broncos with 2 extra defensive backs in the dime. They are all over them behind the line of scrimmage, and a loss of 1.
The Panthers running back that time, he makes a bad decision. You can't be looking to make every play a big play when you're running the football. Look for a few yards, take advantage of that. He tries for the big play. What happens? He gets tackled for a loss.
Loss of 2 on that play. Third down now. The Panthers come to the line. The first marker is at the 16. And he comes down. No, the defender tips it out.
So many times when you drop a football in the NFL, a pass like that, it's because of lack of concentration. You're just not serious about what you're doing.
No good. No good. The Broncos weren't able to get anything out of their last drive and were forced to punt as they take the field here. Do you think they are going to vary their approach, Phil?
Well, I hope so. I think they will. They got a lot of information out there in that short drive, Jim, and you do that by showing different formations and plays. You saw how the defense reacted to it. Now you counter-react and see if you can get some positive plays.
I'm sure they're tired of being in the 3-and-out business.
That's a bad business to be in. I know. I get in a lot of bad businesses.
Second down and 2 to go after the running play. Peyton Manning under center. Anderson's going to secure the handoff. Tackle's made, and that'll move the chains.
If you're running back and you want more carries, do things like this. Read the defense right, read the blocking, and pick up first downs. That's a really good job by the running back.
First down here. The Panthers with a nickel look here on defense. Playing press coverage to the outside. They better hurry to get the snap. The Broncos will use a timeout here. They'll talk it over before running a play on first down. We're back, and the offense is ready to roll after the timeout. Timeout called by the defensive unit. First down at the 46. Stands in the pocket. Amazing catch. That's his first reception today. And what a catch that time, partner.
Nothing surprises it anymore. These guys are so talented. You're right. Spectacular catch.
Let's see what they do on first down following that huge play. Anderson's got it. Screenplay. Still on his feet.
What a nice job on the catch this time and breaking the tackle and getting those extra yards. When you make plays like that, if I was a quarterback, I'd give you a few more chances with the football.
The line of scrimmage is the 16. First down here after the completion. Trying to beat the play clock. And now we reach the 2-minute warning here in the second quarter. Welcome back, and we're coming out of the 2-minute warning. At the 16-yard line, here they come.
Look at that. Everybody at the line of scrimmage, the defense showing a blitz.
First and 10. Touchdown, number 1 at the Super Bowl.
What a throw by the quarterback for a touchdown. It was just really nice. He threw it beautifully, right on target. Touchdown.
There's a flag right there. Brought to the ground.
Offside. Defense.
The defense accepts the penalty. The Broncos for the point after. Extra point was good. The Panthers are prepared to return the kickoff. And this is Whitaker running it out. And they're all over him at the 18-yard line. Newton's got everybody split out wide. First down at the 18. Jarring hit that time. Knocks the ball free.
Olsen's really hit hard that time. And I know the football hit his hands, but when a defender times it perfectly like that, with that much power and speed going into that receiver, you are going to let that football go. That's human nature. Really good job by the defensive player.
After the incomplete pass, it brings up second down. Newton's all by himself in the backfield for this snap. And Ward almost picked it off.
Third long situations, a lot of coordinators in this league will run a draw play on third long. Why? Because they're just looking for field position, pick up a few yards, and then by some miracle, if the running back's able to make guys miss, break some tackles, and pick up a first down, man, that's just gravy.
Cam Newton will take the snap out of the gun. 3rd and 10. And it's swatted away.
The Panthers put themselves in a situation where the defense has all the advantage. They know the pass probably has to go down the field on 3rd and long, and they were ready for it.
The Panthers have to punt the football. Sanders got a chance this time. Gains 19. And a run back of about 18.
The Broncos love this type of play. Of course, everybody would. When you get a good punt return, that's what you want. And, of course, it helps when you have an explosive punt returner back there.
The Panthers defensively have had a great first half, but so too have their counterparts. It's more or less been all about the defense these first 2 quarters, partner.
Well, if you love defense, this is the game for you. And what you do on the offensive side, go in there at halftime, and some of those unique plays that you've been holding back, get them ready and bring them out in the second half.
First down at the 49. Almost intercepted that time.
Nice job that time by the defensive player. He is all over the receiver in this man-to-man coverage, and there was just nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football.
The ball is spotted at the 49. Second down and 10. Toss to the outside. Met by Davis that time.
When you run the football like this and you show toughness, there is no doubt when you fake it and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done.
Coming to the line at the 43. Third down and 3. Anderson's the receiver on the screen. And that's Tillman in on the stop.
Don't always have to throw the football past the yard markers. That's another thing I hate to hear. This time the offense throws it behind the yard markers on the screen pass. Good execution and pick up a first down.
That was a big gainer. Now it's time to back it up. Anderson's handed the football. Tackle made by Lodalele that time.
Jim, a good decision here by the coaches to go into hurry-up offense right before halftime. You want to get as many plays off as you can before the halftime whistle blows.
Makes the grab. Touchdown. We're approaching halftime, and with that touchdown, they have a little extra breathing room before the break.
Oh, man, they're inhaling big time, and they love the way they feel right now and where they're at in this football game. On the defensive side, listen, you got some information. You saw what they're doing on the other side, so make some adjustments and find a way to get back in and get a way to win this game.
The Broncos with the PAT to come. Makes the PAT. Everyone's lined up for this kickoff. And this is Whitaker running it out. The Panthers haven't had a very productive drive in quite a while here, Phil. Do they need to switch things up to get this train rolling again?
Absolutely. Switch it up. Switch up the play call. Show some different formations. Try to catch the defense by surprise. If you do that, that's going to greaten your chances of having success.
The Broncos go with the dime formation here on defense. First down at the 21. He takes it on the counter.
Not only does he know the situation, when you have the football in your hands, you want to get out of bounds to stop the clock. But I'm sure the quarterback in the huddle, before he called the play, said, look, if you get a chance, get out of bounds. The chance was there. Big mistake.
Loss of 4 on the play. It's been all about the defenses today as we welcome you back to the action. The Broncos back deep, ready to receive. The second half is officially underway. Caldwell's going to test the coverage this time. And he's tackled right at about the 28-yard line. The Panthers defense had a rough go of it in the first half, Phil, and let's see what they can do now to start the second half.
Well, they got manhandled. They got beat up. They got pushed around. I mean, let's toughen up and change things around.
Broncos at the line of scrimmage with their set of receivers in a bunch formation. Anderson's going to take the handoff now. Tackled down at the 28-yard line. That last running play was good for only a yard, so it's second down and 9. They're in the hurry-up mode. Second and 9. Ball was out. Recovery by the offense. What a lucky break this time. They fumble, but they recover it and maintain possession.
NFL teams, the offense, every single day they work with anybody that's going to handle the football. How to hold it, he didn't do a good job that time. That's why he fumbled.
They recover the fumble, but still face third down. The Panthers lined up in the nickel. Drop back, shotgun formation. Wants to go deep. And incomplete. The defense does his job, forcing fourth down in a hurry.
The Broncos really don't have much of a chance of picking up this first down. It's third and long. Of course, the defense is looking for passes down the field. They're all over everything, and the pass goes incomplete.
Again, we'll try and return this one. And he's able to get out to the 34-yard line. That return's good for about 32.
The Panthers know there's three parts to every football game: offense, defense, and special teams. What a play for the special teams here. Good punt return, good blocking. They get it done.
The Panthers talked things over at the intermission, and I'm sure one of the first orders of business was to try to figure out a way to get this offense going, Phil.
Absolutely. That's what you want to do, and I think you do that by play call. So the coach, they have many plays that we call drive starters. Catch the defense by surprise. They need to call one of those right here and right now to get this offense going.
They're going to the hurry. The Panthers take it from the 28. It picks up only a yard.
If you want to run the football with success, you're going to have plays like this where they pick up very little yardage. Don't listen to the fans. Keep running it, and it'll work.
After that last carry, it's 3rd and 3. Cam Newton takes it from the shotgun. Scrambling now. That's a huge third down conversion, especially after all the failures leading up to this point.
Find a way to score. That's always the mantra with every team when they get in the red zone. If you punch it in here, it'll give you confidence for the rest of the game.
Newton's going to take it from the gun. Intercepted. This is a ball-hawking defense, Phil. They have the interception and a shutout going in the third quarter.
They're just so physical. That's what they do. They just beat up the guy in front of them at every level. The D linemen, the wide receivers, the defensive backs are beating them up. That's why they have a shutout here in this game.
Let's give this defense a little bit of credit. They battled hard throughout the game, but the results haven't matched the effort, and they find themselves in a dire situation. Here as the fourth quarter draws closer.
Well, look, listen, one thing in this league, Jim, you can't give people credit for trying hard. Can't we take that for granted? I expect them to go out there and try hard. They're just not getting it done.
You know, you have 16 regular season games. Is it that hard to get up to the occasion just 16 times a year?
You would think not. One game a week, getting paid all that money, I expect a better effort.
Anderson's taking the handoff. And Kuechly in on the tackle.
Well, that short gain's going to come in handy for the offense. Even if they don't get a first down, those couple yards will make a punting situation a lot easier for them.
The corners are going to meet the receivers right on the line of scrimmage. Second and 8. They bring him down in the end zone, and that'll be a safety.
Oh, this play reminds me of the Super Bowl. Tom Brady getting sacked on his first passing attempt against the New York Giants. When you're in your own end zone, you know you have to get rid of the football quickly. The quarterback didn't, and that's why there's a safety.
Webb's going to look for space now. And they bring him down at the 38-yard line. That return's good for about 20. The Panthers back onto the field. Of course, the last drive they had it looked like they were going to put up some points, only to watch the football get picked off in opponent's territory.
Smart defensive coach they're going against in this game today. He knows how to. He did that last drive, and they came up with the INT.
Was that on the quarterback, or was that just a great play by the defender?
I'm giving most of the credit to the defender. It's just a good play.
Newton's ready for the snap, empty backfield. The Panthers take it from the 38. Pass is made, but the hit knocks the ball out, incomplete.
Conchery's one of those guys. If he drops a pass or makes a mistake on the field, he doesn't make excuses. He knows no matter what the circumstances are, if you get your hands on the football as a receiver in the NFL, everybody expects you to make the catch.
And now they'll try over again on second down. The Broncos will come out in the dime. Jonathan Stewart with the football. Marshall's there to make the tackle.
Good coaching on the defensive side. Everybody stays at home. They stay in their gap, and they hold that run to a short gain.
After that run, 3rd and 8 for the offense. The Panthers come to the line. First down marker is at the 48. And he's going to be sacked. So just 3 plays and out for the offense.
When you blitz on 3rd down, you hope to get to the quarterback. Here's why. Because there are less defensive backs back there. The chances of giving up the big play are pretty high. But the rush, they're quick enough. They get there and they sack the QB.
Sanders has got it now. Gains 15. The Broncos cannot feel good about giving up that safety the last time out. That one hurts an awful lot, Phil, because they just got overpowered.
Yeah, they did. But listen, they feel bad, but I'll tell you who feels good is that's the defense. Man, were they impressive, just overpowering the offense and getting that safety.
I've always felt that a safety should be worth more than 2 points. What do you think?
Well, you always are trying to make up new rules. I like the rules the way they are.
One more snap and another quarter is in the books. First down at the 34. Shaq Thompson wraps up the quarterback. The Broncos will come to the line, trying to put together a scoring drive here in the 4th. The final quarter underway now with this snap. Good for only a yard. The defense looking for one more stop here on 3rd down after that run. Anderson's got it on the handoff. The tackle is made, and that's a 3-and-out series for the offense.
The Broncos decide to go for a run here on 3rd and long, and look, not second-guessing that play call, not bending the playbook. In the passing game, they're going to pick up a first down. They go with the run. The defense is not fooled, and now they're going to have to punt.
Again will try his return, and that's a gain of 13. The Panthers got absolutely nothing out of their previous possession, and here they are back on the field. Another 3-and-out, I would have to think, would be very demoralizing to this team right now, Phil.
Yeah, it's going to be demoralizing to the offense, but I'll tell you who's going to be more demoralized is the defense, because they need to sit on the sidelines and get a little rest. So I know there's a lot of pressure on this offense right now.
The Broncos come out in a dime package. The Panthers have it at the 29. Pass is intercepted. He's brought down. Phil, I think this defense has the quarterback rattled as he's trying to come from behind, but they seem to be there waiting for him. And on this occasion in the 4th quarter, an interception.
Yeah, I think you're right, Jim. I think they're inside the head of that quarterback, and he is rattled, second-guessing everything he's doing. It shows when you watch him play, and the defense right now in control.
The Broncos are poised to change the momentum of this one as defense has completely ruled to this point, Phil.
These defenses are playing so well, Jim, that I think you and I could go out there and coach them and still have success. Well, let me rephrase that. I can go out there and coach them and still have success. Not that you couldn't, Jim. I'm just saying I know a little more about it. But, hey, they're playing great. It's fun to watch. Jim, the offensive coordinator's done a terrific job so far here today. He's got his team winning. They're in the red zone. Let's see how clever he's going to be on this call. They're trying to confuse the offense here. Look at everybody crowding the line of scrimmage.
Makes the catch. Touchdown. That touchdown, just a little more insurance to what already was a sizable lead, Phil.
Yeah, what a job. You know, look, they had a lot of insurance already in the bank, man. They had controlled the tempo of this game from start to right here in this period early in the fourth. And now if the defense just has anything, if they stop the opponents on this drive, this game is over.
The Panthers are prepared to return the kickoff. And no return here, so Newton will start this drive from the 20. The Panthers' offense has been nowhere in sight here for quite a while. 3 consecutive drives that have come away empty. What about it, Phil?
That is the old phrase, MIA. They are definitely missing in action because there's no action on the offensive side. It's time for the quarterback to call the right plays and help his team out and get this thing moving.
Newton has everybody split out wide for this snap. First down at the 20. And Ward almost picked it off.
There's a difference. When you play zone, you drop back and you watch the quarterback and you react to the football. When you're playing man-to-man, all you're worried about is where that receiver goes. You try to shadow him, look for the football, and try to make a play.
Failing to complete that one. So second down here. That timeout by the offense. That timeout might be very useful for the offense. They're now ready to go. Second and 10. Benjamin's going to pull in the bullet pass. Markin down for another reception.
When you can't hit the quarterback or put pressure on him, there's not much you're going to get done then. That time, quarterback had time, throws it down the field for another completion.
Newton's completion percentage, 40% on the day. That long gain sets them up here on this play. From the gun, Newton. That's Newton over to Olsen for the catch. And now they'll be on the other side of the 50 after this play. Now the offense in their hurry-up.
The quarterback, he's changing the play with the wide receiver with those hand signals.
Brown's got it. On a pass, has some heat on it. It was basically a jump ball there, Phil, and both players had an equal shot at it, but it goes to the offense. How did he do that?
Yeah, we see it more and more in the league, don't we? The quarterbacks are taught, if they're both there together, go ahead and give your wide receiver a chance to make the catch. It was tight, it was close, but it went to the wide receiver.
And incomplete. He was looking for Ginn.
That's not good timing between the receiver and the quarterback. The quarterback that time throws it too quick and too far in front to the receiver on the slant route.
Breaking huddle at the 20. The Broncos set at the line. Dime package. Newton in shotgun formation. Malik Jackson chases him down. 2 minutes to go before this one's in the books. Just 2 minutes left of this one. We're back now for the end of the fourth quarter. Olsen's the receiver all the way to the right side. Cam Newton takes it from the shotgun. Conchery's got it on a pass that had some heat.
Well, you get a couple first downs on a drive. It just, of course, it makes you feel good about what you're doing. It loosens up the offensive play caller, and there's nothing like dictating to the defense. I love it. Anytime your team is down, you're inside the other team's red zone, you look for one of your star players, your quarterback, wide receiver, or running back. They need to make a big play here. Well, that last play almost got them in here, and when you look at this, what do? Well, you just want to punch it in. There's a lot of different scenarios. You could do a play-action fake, probably get somebody wide open, or have a running back just jump over.
Force it across for the touchdown.
Nice job up front by the offensive line. They get a good push. Easy for the quarterback to run the sneak and get the touchdown score.
And now Newton's going to take off. So put down a touchdown and a two-point conversion on that occasion.
Yeah, good job by the offense. They executed the play perfectly, and they got in the end zone, like you said, and got that 2 points.
Everything hinged on them recovering that onside kick, and they failed to do so.
Well, Jim, when you're doing the onside kick, you really got to hope for that perfect bounce of the football. That time it did not happen. That's why they didn't recover.
The Broncos offense taking the field again. They got everything they could out of that last possession, Phil. That was a solid touchdown drive.
Yeah, just look at them, Jim. The way they run onto the field, you can see they're exuding confidence. And when you got a confident football team, man, let them go and let them play and see if they can make it happen again.
Breaks the tackle. He's averaged about 2 yards a carry on the day. The Broncos lead right now, but you will see that not everything is going their way. Anderson's had a tough one, especially down the stretch. If they want to control the game, you have to think they're going to go back to him for some more touches and try to get it right.
That's right. Keep giving him the football. Keep mixing the plays up. Don't get obvious in your play calls. If you do, the defense will have everything on their side.
That's a gain of 6.
Good job that time by the offense. Power run gets them a few yards.
This is 3rd down. Press coverage all the way. Back to him. He's brought down. That's going to bring up 4th down. The Panthers call a timeout and are left now with only one. The defense needed to slow this game down. That timeout might be very useful. Now they're ready to go. This will bounce into the end zone for a touchback. Now on first down, every snap crucial the rest of the way. First down at the 20. And it's batted down.
Incompletion by the quarterback that time. It was good, tight, man-to-man coverage.
Every play is huge now. Second down on the way. Newton's got no one behind him. Just a quarterback waiting for the snap. Probably should have had that one, but it goes incomplete.
That's a wonderful job that time by the secondary. Everybody's in position. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football, and it leads to another incomplete pass.
Big third down coming up here. You talk about dreaming big. You got to score here, and then you need all kinds of breaks to still pull this one out. The Panthers get a first down. That's his 6th catch of the day. First down. Pressure on every snap now.
Good job by the offense going the hurry-up offense. You do this to get the plays in, but also you want to conserve the timeouts.
With the contact, the ball comes out.
That incompletion by the quarterback, hey, I give the quarterback no fault. That was just tremendous coverage by the secondary player. He's in position and able to make the football be incomplete.
Second down, late in the fourth quarter. The Panthers from the 32. Newton's taking off. Marshall wraps up the quarterback and takes him to the ground. The Panthers signal for the timeout, and they have none remaining. Offense getting set now following the timeout. Coming up, third down, a huge moment. The Panthers need to get to the 42 for the first down. The Panthers will take the snap from the 25. The defender able to knock it away.
Got to give this secondary credit. In this passing league now, it's hard to make plays, but a good play there and another incomplete pass.
Going for it on fourth down. They'll go for it on fourth down, late stages. Defense now signaling for a timeout. Back out there for action after that defensive timeout. They bring back out the offense to go for it. Crucial play here. Fourth down on the way. The Panthers turn the ball over on downs.
Outside linebackers in the NFL, they are such tremendous athletes. They can do everything. How about that play that time? Good move, good speed, gets to the quarterback, and gets a sack.
Manning trotting back onto the field. And it hasn't been the running game that they've relied on. Instead, it's been all about the way he's been throwing the football with great success, Phil.
I think this quarterback went out there and showed everybody today that you could count on him If you need him to win the game, he did it. And the running back, he also did his part. He did a good job blocking for the QB.
Now 1st and 10. And the reception by Anderson. And that's a gain of 9. Going to go to the hurry up with under a minute to play.
Jim, I think this is a blitz. Look how close everybody is to the line of scrimmage.
Very nearly intercepted. The Denver Broncos have won the Super Bowl. The Lombardi Trophy heading back to Denver. Super Bowl champions. An unbelievable year ending with a great Super Bowl victory.
How do you handle the pressure? They handled it well, and handling that pressure was the difference. That's why they won the game.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we've got a pair of running backs who are hoping for plenty of touches come their way. It's the Lions going up against the Panthers. So let's go now to Detroit, Michigan, where Jim and Phil are on the call.
And Sam Martin is ready to get this one underway. So that means Fozzie Whitaker will be back for the opening kick. And with that kick, we're underway. Whitaker drops to a knee, and this will come out to the 20. He is the first player with 10,000 passing yards and over 1,000 rushing yards in a first 3-season career. Quarterback Cam Newton.
Well, when you look back to that 2011 draft, Cam Newton was the first player picked, and I think we can all say now he was worthy of it. What a career he's had so far in 3 years.
The Panthers line up, split backfield. The Lions defense now loading up, expecting pass with a dime defense. First down at the 20. And the catch is made by a Jericho Cotchery. After that grab, it's now 2nd down and 2. Handoff to Jonathan Stewart. Lost Dawson's there to make the stop.
The quarterback's picked up on something. He's changing the play here.
Newton hooks up with Greg Olsen.
Nice job that time by the defense, knowing the situation. Go ahead and let the quarterback complete the pass. Just make sure you come up and make the tackle before the first down. Good job. Fourth down coming up.
The Panthers showing no fear at this stage of the game, and they're going to go for it. And here's a sneak by Newton. The Lions defense has to be demoralized by that fourth down conversion allowed.
I think anytime on the defensive side when you give up a fourth down conversion, it is heartbreaking, and it has to be heartbreaking for the defense right now.
Newton lines up in the pistol. 1st and 10. Newton, handoff. Tolbert tackled down. Here's the quick toss. This defense is ready to pounce here early in this game as a 3rd and long play is coming up.
They sure are. There's no doubt about that. They got themselves in a good situation here. If I'm the quarterback now, 3rd long, I would be very cautious and conservative.
The sack by Tulloch.
Well, you just get tired of sending 3 or 4 players at the quarterback in passing situations. So this time the defensive coordinator sends the blitz, and they are up for it. They get to the QB and get a sack.
Tate's got it at the 29. They'll mark him at the 40. That return's good for about 11. Trotting onto the field to lead this Lions offense is Matthew Stafford, who has set the NFL record through the first 50 games of his career for most passing yards and completions of any quarterback through his first 50 games.
The Lions do a good job with Matt Stafford. They know what his strengths are. One of his strengths, throwing the football down the field with ease, so they call a lot of plays to show that arm off. Oh, you see the linebackers moving around. I think they're trying to confuse the offensive line.
And here we have 2nd down.
Look at the defensive line. Everybody's...
Second down and 12. Takes it from the strong eye. And that gains a few. It's 3rd down coming up. Takes the hit, throws.
Let's give the defense a lot of credit. They got the offense in a 3rd and long situation, and the pass goes incomplete. The offense, well, you just got to do a better job not putting yourself in those situations.
4th and 9, and the offense trots back onto the field. They're going to go for it. Looking across the middle. Catch made out to Johnson. After the long gain, let's see what they do here. He'll throw it over the middle. And it's knocked down. As we take a look at the defense, you'll be taking a look today at defensive end Charles Johnson, who never takes a play off.
Charles Johnson, he knows how to get a sack. And, man, this Carolina defense up front, they are rugged and tough. And Charles Johnson leads the way.
Second down and 10. Stafford with the give. Harper's all over that offense and brings him down. Third down. The Lions need to get to the 27 to pick up a first. Makes the catch in the open field. Taking it all the way home for the touchdown. As we get near the end of the opening quarter, they've grabbed the lead with that touchdown.
Yeah, things have been rough so far, haven't they? It's been fun to watch. Each team is being very competitive and physical, but that's a nice thing to do, to score that touchdown and get a lead here late in the first.
Tate's probably ready to get right back on the field after that last drive, a drive in which he contributed over 40 yards receiving, helping the team score. The Lions ready to kick it away. Webb's going to run this one out. And he's out across the 20 and tackled at the 21. The Lions have gotten off to just the kind of start they were hoping for. We'll see if this defense can make another stop after having forced a punt on the first possession.
It's a good defense. There's no question about it. They got off to a good start, and now they got to stay impressive with the play call, but more importantly, stay impressive with their mentality. Attack the offense.
It's first down as they head to the line. One more snap, and that'll end the quarter. The Panthers still possess the football as we begin the second quarter. Two tight ends on the field here. And the second quarter is underway with this snap. After the 2-yard carry, it sets up second down and 8. Complete that time. The incompletion stopped the clock, but 3rd and 8 still to come.
Quarterback sees something in his defense he wants to take advantage of.
Had it, but dropped it. Both coaching staffs told us this week that this defense would be the key to the game, and so far, they're ready for the occasion as they take them off the field and force the punt.
Well, one coaching staff is happy their prediction came true. The other one, of course, is very sad. But so far in this game, very crisp on the defensive side.
The Panthers will risk it here, going for it on 4th down. The Lions with 2 extra defensive backs in the dime. From the gun, Newton. Olsen's got the catch and the first. That's another reception, giving him 2. First down and 10. Brown's going to secure the handoff. Quinn's in on the tackle. 2nd and short following the run. With the deep throw. Going to be a penalty here.
Pass interference. Offense.
The receiver was open for a moment, and then the contact, and that's a pass interference call.
Yeah, he got there too quick. You know, just timing, that's what it's about. The timing was not good for the defensive back. Gets there too early, pass interference.
This play set up by the long gainer. And the target, Ted Ginn. Quinn's there to take him down. 2nd down now. They'll run it here. To get away from Tulloch that time.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They were all over the run that time, and they only give up a short gain.
Breaking huddle at the 5. The Lions go with the dime formation here on defense. Touchdown, Panthers. Phil, we're a quarter and a half into this game, and suddenly we're right back to where we started. The game is tied.
Yeah, it's tied, Jim. Both offenses, I think, are playing pretty well. You got to give a lot of credit to the offensive lines. They are dominating the pace of play, and that's why we have a tie score.
Got a tie game now. Getting set to kick it off. The score's 7-7. The Lions are ready to receive the kick. And they're all over him at the 18-yard line. The Lions now ready to take over again on offense. They were successful on their previous drive, getting the ball all the way to the end zone. I'm sure they're looking for more of the same right now.
Oh, absolutely. That's what you always want. You want to find your way to the end zone, and so many people contributed on that last drive, and you've got to give the coaches a lot of credit for putting the players in excellent position.
Searching for space to the right. That's a gain of 6. 2nd and 4 following the run.
What that run does, it just puts the offense in a good situation. So a good, positive run.
Looks like they're in press coverage here. Incomplete, almost going in the other direction.
That was excellent man-to-man coverage that time. When you want to shut down a receiver, really the only way to do it is to man up and play him one-on-one.
The Lions will set up. The 28 is the first down line. 3rd and 4.
Theo Riddick makes the catch.
The offense is going to stay on the field now for this 4th and 7. Johnson with the grab. A foot race to the end zone. The 20, the 10, all the way home and all alone. Touchdown. And we're halfway through the second quarter, and with the touchdown trip, they are now in front in this ball game.
And this game's flying along. We've seen some good play, but that drive right there was not a good job by the defensive front. They were all over the place, and it allowed the offense to execute some plays and take the lead.
The Lions lining up for the point after. The point after is good. The Panthers are prepared to return the kickoff. And this is Whitaker running it out. Just across the 20 and tackled at the 21.
The defense comes back onto the field for this next series, and man, if they set the pace for this game so far, as their side has the lead.
Yeah, listen, I like what they're doing, and what's making this work is the fact that they just don't miss tackles. When they have an opportunity, they take the offensive player down.
The Panthers now coming to the line. Been a closely contested game so far. The score's 14-7. First down at the 21. Has Olsen. Olsen's tackled down after a gain of 7.
The Panthers did a good job there on first down. That pass picks up some good solid yards. Now 2nd and short. Much easier to call those kind of plays.
Newton's now completed 4 in a row. And now as we head back to the field, we've got an offense trying to get some momentum going before the first half draws to a close. The Panthers take it from the 28. Dixon's there to catch a ball that had a lot of heat on it. Wins in on the tackle.
Good job by the offense here. Hustle up, get that football snap, conserve time, and most of all, conserve that timeout. Those are big down the stretch.
Heaving it down the field. And intercepted. He's brought to a halt.
Nice job of the defense that time. In position, they read the quarterback's eyes, and it led to an interception.
The Lions offense, Phil, is on a roll right now with touchdowns coming on each of their last 2 possessions. Can they make it 3 in a row right here?
Well, we're going to find out. I like their chances. What have we seen that makes us think that they're not going to come out there and get it done? They're playing exceptional football on the offensive side.
First down at the 19. Fights through contact, and he's out of bounds.
The Lions offensive coordinator, he has to be frustrated by that play. I think he calls the right play, but what happens? The run loses yards. That's just a bad job at the offensive line. Well, the defensive line noticed something. They're all shifting to the left.
Out of the eye. Here's the handoff. Gains 11. Looking at 3rd down.
Well, even though it's late in the first half, I think this is a good job by the coach. Going to the hurry-up offense. Going to see if they can make a few plays and get down there and get some points.
And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to 4th down. The Lions snap it up at the 26. The Lions turn the ball over on downs.
That time, the man-to-man coverage won. The quarterback had to make a perfect throw. He didn't. Incomplete pass.
The Panthers retaking the field with their offense in a game that hasn't been very pretty here of late. Turnovers by both teams on the last 2 possessions.
Well, define the word pretty. I think if you ask the defensive teams, hey, they love this game. It's beautiful. So far, the takeaways by the defense, that's the story.
The Panthers snap it at the 26.
Good job of hurrying up and getting on that football and trying to get the play off. Don't use the timeout here. Good clock management. Snap that football.
It's Kelvin Benjamin with the football. That's his first reception today.
The best way to get more plays in before the end of the first half, go to the hurry-up offense. Nice job by the coach. We'll see if the quarterback can make it work.
This run goes nowhere. Stuffed for a loss of 4. The Panthers signal for the timeout. And that's the first one they've used.
Breaking huddle. And coming to the line at the 17-yard line.
Double tight end formation. Newton in shotgun formation. Benjamin's going to pull in the bullet pass. That's going to be a timeout charge to the offense. Following that timeout, offense back out on the field. The Panthers come to the line with a bunch set. Cam Newton takes it from the shotgun. And a touchdown, Carolina Panthers. Heading toward halftime, and the complexion of this game certainly has changed as they've now tied it up with the touchdown.
Yeah, when you're tied up at halftime, you don't know how to look at it sometimes. Are we doing great, or are we not playing well enough to be winning? So each team, each coach has to go in there at halftime and give his team some new ideas.
Inside of the uprights. The Lions await the kick as the game has been tied here late in the second quarter. Scores 14-14. He had nowhere to go, and they deck him at the 16-yard line.
The Lions take the field here. Their last possession ended with a very crazy decision going for it on 4th down from their own territory. An unusual decision, to say the least.
I don't know if it's unusual. We see this all the time from this guy. So it's when you're going to learn. You know, I guess when you pile up enough losses, you'll finally say, hey, I want to win a game. I'm going to manage it differently. And in those situations, you should punt.
Okay, if you were playing the game right now, what would you have done with that last possession?
I absolutely would have punted it without question.
Going for the home run. Intercepted. 1 half down, and both offenses still searching for answers. We've got a defensive battle on.
Welcome to the EA Sports Halftime Report. Right now, we've got a tie game, and that just means exciting football for us in the second half, as we'll have 2 teams playing 2 quarters to decide a winner.
This second half is underway. Which offense will create separation first? That's the question. And he's tackled right at the 30-yard line after that return. The Panthers defense is taking the field now, just out of the half, looking to hold serve in a tie game, Phil. How much pressure do you think they're feeling as this game enters the second half?
I don't know if they feel the pressure, but I'll say this, Jim. You know, at halftime, I'm sure the defensive coach was saying, let's go out and win the game on the defensive side. So I expect to see something different here to start the second half. The Lions running back that time, he makes a bad decision. You can't be looking to make every play a big play when you're running the football. Look for a few yards, take advantage of that. He tries for the big play. What happens? He gets tackled for a loss.
Loss of 4 on the play. Second down and a long way to go. Ebron's got it, and a first. That's reception number 2 for him.
Hard to guard these tight ends now in the NFL. It really puts the defense in like a quandary. Do we use a big guy? Well, the big guy's not fast enough. We use a small guy. Well, he's not big enough. They get pushed around. I don't know what you're going to do. Just make sure you're a good tackler after they catch you.
To Ebron. Gains 18. Wasting no time now for this next play. The Lions take it from the 38. He's hit as he throws it. The football is at the 38. Second and 10. Scans the field, and Tate has the reception. They come to the line, and it's first down. They hurry to the line of scrimmage. Makes the reception. The Lions rely on their passing game to lead them, and today it has. Stafford's been all but unstoppable.
He has been unstoppable here today. You want to win it? Well, Jim, we always hear it's a quarterback-driven league, and we are seeing that in today's game. Teams in the NFL spend about 30-40% of their time all week long practicing plays in the red zone. So there's a lot they can do here. Let's see if they come up with something that works.
The offense heads to the line for the 7th play of the drive. 3rd down and 4. Ebron. Detroit in the end zone. And at just about the midway mark of the 3rd quarter, they are out in front thanks to that touchdown.
When you score a touchdown somewhere in the mid-3rd quarter, what that does for your football team, you start thinking about ways that we can close the deal so we can find a way to get this game over with and still be in the lead. It's up to the defense. Be aggressive and make it happen.
Webb's going to test the coverage here. And they're all over him at the 18-yard line. The Panthers will try to continue this scoring onslaught as a shootout has developed on both sides of the field.
I have a little advice for the offensive coordinator. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Keep the pedal to the metal. Your players are playing great, and let them keep rolling.
Offense. The penalty is declined.
That's 2nd down coming up. Stewart is in the backfield. Stewart's handed the football. Tackle's made, and the first down is picked up. He's averaging about 3 yards a carry on the day.
The Panthers just picked up a big first down that time, Jim. When you're down in the second half, every first down is crucial. Nice job that time by the offense. The defensive line, they're all shifting to the right. I think they're expecting a run over there.
You see the rushing numbers now, and, well, there's just not much to look at because neither team has run the ball very well today.
Yeah, really, when you look at running the football, it's not a strength of either football team, so it's pretty easy to stop them in situations like this.
2nd down coming up. Newton's lining up in the pistol. Nowhere to go as this will be a loss of 3. No time to waste. They hurry to the line.
The Panthers from the 22.
And he makes the catch. No, the ball comes out. The ball is knocked out of his hands.
Well, sometimes when you have a talented receiver, you just got to put up with plays like that. He might drop a few, but when he does catch it, they can make a big play.
The Panthers not punting. Going to go for it on 4th down. The Panthers come to the line. First down marker at the 40.
The Panthers turn the ball over on downs.
Well, let's try to get into the mind of the coach here. Maybe he doesn't trust his defense. That's why in a close game on 4th and long, he went for it. It didn't work, so we'll see if his defense can bail him out.
Loss of 4 on the play. Close game right now, partner, and you look at the matchup at running back, and neither one of them has really been all that effective.
No, Jim, they have not been. I'll say this to the running backs, to the coaches, to the offensive line, everybody. Stay patient, stay with the run game, and I think it will work.
For this play, they'll go with 2 tight ends.
The deep.
They break huddle at the 18-yard line. The Panthers defense now is going to go nickel.
2nd down and 10. It's intercepted.
This defensive coordinator, he is one aggressive dude. He keeps going after this offense, and finally he gets the interception inside their own 20-yard line and stops the offense from getting any points.
The Panthers offense back on the field as this game has turned into just a big mess, Bill, as no one seems to be able to hold on to the football.
Nobody can hold on to the football. The play is sloppy. The calling of the plays has also been, I think, a little sloppy. Give these guys a better chance to make some positive plays.
Second down after the incompletion. Throws the pass.
That's Newton over to Olsen for the catch.
That's 5 receptions on the day. First down, offense readying for the snap. Getting set as fast as they can. Cam Newton unleashes a long pass,
but they can't connect.
Benjamin's really hit hard that time. And I know the football hit his hands, but when a defender times it perfectly like that, with that much power and speed going into that receiver, you are going to let that football go. That's human nature. Really good job by the defensive player.
Stewart lined up in the backfield.
2nd and 10.
And now Newton's going to take off.
Well, he has such a good arm. That's all we talk about. We never talk about the fact that when he has to, you make him, you force him out of the pocket, he'll run with that football and get some yards.
The Panthers are still in possession as we get this final quarter underway.
It'll be 3rd down.
The Panthers come to the line. First down marker is at the 48. He'll take the snap, the first here in the 4th quarter.
Looking long. Intercepted. Breaks free. Tackles made.
That was an awesome job by the defense. They just read the quarterback's eyes. They got in position, and they made the interception.
hasn't been something that's worked for either one of these teams today, Phil.
Well, what you have to show on the offensive side when you want to run the football, you got to show some determination. And the guys on the offensive side just get tougher and make it work.
They come to the line of scrimmage in an excellent starting point.
The defensive line's all shifting to the right. They're going to try to find a way to pressure the quarterback. The Panthers defensive coordinator, my gosh, he is one happy guy. Anytime you get in the backfield and stop a runner and make him lose yards, that's some good stuff.
Of a couple that time. Second down here. Stafford's alone in the backfield. Stafford's got it in the gun. And he knocks the ball out of his hands.
Great situation to be in for the defense right here. It's third long, and even though their team is losing the game, you can get after the quarterback and hope you can find a way to force a turnover.
Coming to the line at the 34.
Ebron's shifted out wide to the left as a receiver. Third down and 12. It's caught by Fuller. Fuller's met after a gain of 13. Will go no huddle.
Look out, they're changing the play to take advantage of something they see on the defensive side.
And it's swatted away.
That was an incomplete pass that time against cover two, the two deep safeties. And you really want to throw the football down the middle or deep down the sidelines. That time the quarterback didn't do that, and that's why it was incomplete.
Here they come to the line of scrimmage, the 21-yard line.
Second down and 10. Short has the sack.
Well, you expect defensive ends to get sacks because they come around the outside. But when you get pressure from the inside and the defensive tackle gets a sack, that's just an added bonus.
Down about 3.5 minutes to go here in this one. The Lions need to get to the 11 to pick up a first down. They need to get the play off. Defense respecting the deep ball, playing way off the receivers. He's brought down. That's going to bring up fourth down. Well, as the clock is winding down, the offense would like to just run it out. The clock's really become a factor here, and the defense knows it has to get off the field as soon as possible to give the team a chance. And it's batted down.
Offside. Defense. Still fourth down.
This will be a 42-yard field goal try. Drives it through for the field goal.
An insurance field goal for them. Probably not enough time left to surrender this lead. They're gaining control of this one down to the finish.
Sometimes in this game, when you get a lead, it's not about trying to pour it on. It's about being smart. All that matters is winning. Find a way to get this game over with while you're still on top.
That return's good for about 27.
The Lions defense would like to come up with the same kind of result they had the last time when they had the interception.
Jim, that was awesome. It's so hard in this league now to get an interception because if you look at the receiver the wrong way, they'll throw a flag. So good job by the defense.
Newton's going to take off with it. Newton hooks up with Greg Olsen. Olsen's met at the 44. Sixth catch today so far. They get set quickly, ready for another snap. The Panthers have it at the 44. Tolbert's tackled down at the 43. 2 minutes remaining, and you're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down coming up. Time, obviously, a factor the rest of the way. Newton's on the move. No one was open.
Sometimes on third and long from the defensive side, I like the fact that you can blitz. Send more guys than they can block. Make the quarterback throw the football quickly and short. Then it's all up to coming up and making the tackle.
Cam Newton will take the snap out of the gun. Third down and 10. Leaps in the air and has it. In stride, and he's home for the touchdown.
Well, Jim, it's almost impossible to guard these guys nowadays as they go down the field. These wide receivers, they have feet like ballerinas, and even though you get tight coverage, they're so quick, they can get open and make the catches.
The Lions can feel things tightening here late in the game as they again lead, but it's getting close. The score's 24-21.
Still powering ahead, and they're all over him at the 18-yard line.
The Lions put some points on the board on their previous possession, but it was just a field goal. They'll be looking to add some more right here.
Yeah, they will. And, listen, when you talk about touchdown drives, you have to kick a field goal. What does that mean? That means you failed on third down. Just not a good play on third down. They got to do better in that situation. If they do, that's going to lead to 7 points.
Going to take it the distance. Nobody was going to catch him there. Touchdown. Phil, this team has played at such a high level for over 3 quarters, and that touchdown now should finally give them the confidence to know that they're going to take this game.
Oh, yeah, Jim, this game is over, and I'll tell you, let's look at one factor that we haven't talked much about today. The offensive line, they were terrific. The old phrase, the big ugly's got it done. I don't think they're ugly. There are actually a lot of handsome men up there. But they got it done, and they were the difference in today's game.
And they crash into him, ending the return at the 20-yard line. The Panthers will try to answer right back here with another touchdown. Both offenses dominating the game right now. It's been a while since we've had a drive ended in a touchdown, Phil.
You're right, Jim. The offenses are dominating.